Hi and welcome to the Middle English lab video. So in this video as well, we will be going through the worksheet that you will be working on your own, or if you have formed a group, which again, I highly recommend because I know that many of you know each other in this class. And like I mentioned before, I will be very happy to introduce you to other people in the class. And you can form your own group that either you can meet via Zoom to work this out, or find another way of collaborating on this. So I highly recommend that, because when we are doing this in person, you will be working with a partner or in a small group. So let's get into the worksheet itself. So you have a couple of different questions. You actually have two, uh, three questions to do in this worksheet. The first one are two passages of early Middle English from Ancrene Reble and The Owl and the Nightingale. And I've given this to you in the Middle English in which they were written. And I want you to kind of look and compare with the Old English text that we have read. And I want you to look at your Old English Lab worksheet and look at Alfred's translation of Pope Gregory's Pastoral Care, and kind of see for yourself if you can read these more easily than the Old English text, and also kind of explain what things have changed between the Old English text that you've read for the Old English worksheet as well as in your textbook versus these. So it could be I want you to focus on like spelling, um, vocabulary, changes in like, if you can see any morphological changes, syntactic patterns, etc. So you can kind of divide these into different sections when you answer them. But that's kind of what I want you to do for this question. And the second question is, I've given you Chaucer's text, Complaint to His Purse, and I have given that to you in Middle English, as well as a translation in Modern English. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to look at the Middle English text, and I've kind of given it to you when I do it in person. I kind of give you simultaneously with each other, but because this is a virtual assignment, I've broken it down into top and bottom so that you don't have to worry about closing the left side or the right side. I want you to read The Complaint to His Purse by Chaucer in Middle English. That's the first text that I've given you. And I just want you to read through it. So I don't want you to read it aloud, just read through it yourself. And then I want you to read through it again. And if you want to, again, read through it yourself without saying it out loud, that's fine. And then I want you to read it out loud. So 3 iterations of reading this, and kind of seeing if there are any problem words that you don't understand, etc. And then you read the Modern English text and kind of compare and contrast the two versions to kind of see if any of the problem areas that you have identified in the first go now remain clarified. And then you go back and circle the words that you now see are the same in the two versions of the poem, but you also will be able to see some words that, like white in line 1, where they aren't circled. So you can find like a correlation. Now, you will find just a handful of words that don't have this kind of one-on-one comparison between the Modern English version and the Middle English version. And I want you to kind of tell me, what observations can you make about these words? What kind of patterns do you see about these words? And the last one is again from Chaucer. It's a text where again there are some words that I've kind of given you the Modern English versions of those kind of words, and I want you to go through and match each of the gloss with the word in the line that the gloss explains. So for example, your answer questions, I want you to go to the Middle English version, and I want you to identify which phrase resembles answer questions in the Middle English text. Make sure you understand how the gloss actually explains it. Notice that in almost every case, the gloss helps you by defining a Middle English word that is not clear in modern English. Some of the glosses help explain in basic terms specific allusions or cultural references, but there are some spots of possible confusion that are unrelated in lexical concern. So this is going to be fairly simple. There are a couple of things that are going to be different from your expectation of what the word should mean, and that's completely okay. Keep in mind that some words have changed their meaning when they moved from Middle English to modern English, and it's completely okay. So that's what I want you to do in this exercise. So throughout this worksheet, we are trying to get a grip of Middle English and how it has changed from Old English, and we are also trying to lay the foundation for going into the early modern English, which is the next phase, which we are going to get into. So I want you to kind of do this so that you have a good understanding before your midterm.